Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. It's gonna be the last review, at least until later today when I have to do Maggie and hopefully Seven Deadly Sins and maybe getting the tutorial going there. History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi. Now, there wasn't really a lot to this chapter, so I'm probably just gonna give this a 4 out of 5. Pretty much what happened in this chapter, which is 546, was Shigure, her master, and her brother disciple. And what ended up happening was, from the very beginning, we have a flashback. Not a very long flashback, but just a flashback of when Shigure was younger, when she was a child, and she was training with her master, which was her father. When she goes off to play, she encounters this guy named Rin, who is supposedly, he's a disciple of him as well, of, her father. And that's how they meet. And then after we get that whole scenario, and it was funny when she was a kid, a pouty face and everything. She's never letting go of her weapon during that scene flashback. And then we go back to real time, present time. We see her fighting, and they're basically fighting continuously. And I believe he said something specific. Her brother. Let me go see if I can find out what that was. And all he's saying, don't act so surprised, only natural that someone who's mastering weapons would become one of the Hacho Dazaiba. And I've told you countless times that if you kept growing stronger as you did, we would eventually face off at the summit. And then she breaks this window, Shigure, and she tries to get out. And she tells Tachibana, remember the stars, remember where we're located. And she sees this strange area. Basically, there are these warships and everything. Warships and jet fight planes. And her brother's behind her, and he's saying, this is our hand-selected elite gathered from all across the globe. Those aware of those implications, right? And she says, eventually the side currently called the Resistance will be recognized as the rest of the world. And he says, join our side, Shigure. And she sighs, and that's all we get from that. And then we go to Kenichi. So, and Kenichi's really nothing. We see Kenichi at school, and there's a whole news report about the events. And there's this one thing with, what's his face? Talking to Hermit Tanimoto, and he doesn't say anything, but he looks at Kenichi, and Kenichi makes a slight remark about, his sister, and he throws a bag at her. Really nothing happened. But there was like this moment where they were staring at each other, and Kenichi mentioned Shigure, and that's all we get. So, overall, nothing really happened in this chapter. It was just really the past, Shigure's past, when she was a kid, when she was training with her father, the meeting of this disciple brother, and this monumental decision that she now has to make. He basically says, join us. Basically, what this means is that the rest of the world is fucked. That's what that conversation was. When he was, I'll read it to you guys again, because this was like ridiculous. He says, eventually the side currently called the Resistance will be recognized as the rest of the world. Join us, our side, Shigure. And here's the thing, when I was reading this chapter, something occurred to me. Now, someone mentioned this in one of my reviews, saying about, saying that Saiga is Tachomaru, the mouse. Now, I don't know about that, but here's the thing I'm having a hard time getting around. If Saiga is in charge, or one of the people mainly in charge of what's going on here, doesn't he realize that if this, and listen, hate me if you want for saying this, but doesn't he realize that if this goes through, confidentially, his daughter will be in serious danger? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Because they're basically saying is that they're taking over the world. That's pretty much what this is. And I'm like, I can't wrap my head around this. Like, what is going to occur now? Like, it's like basically, in other words, what's happening here is that the world is the minority. He says they considered the rebellion the rest of the world. It's like the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. It just makes me wonder, like, holy shit. They're pretty much got the weapons of the world at their fingertips. And they're going to conquer. At least that's what it seems like to me. But it's just like, what the Now, I don't think there's no way Shigure is going to go along with this and join. That's just ridiculous. And the thing is that and here's another thing that makes no sense. The disciples on both sides have nothing to do. Absolutely nothing to do. They're doing absolutely nothing. Which I like, because personally, it's now the masters. They're involved. And here's another thing. Going forward, Rion Zanpaku's fucked. They have no Shigure's missing. Ayato's still on that freaking island. Find the guy, the leader of the weapons team. Whatchamacallit. Who's gonna stop them? There's no one to stop them. I'm sorry I'm freaking out, people, but this was just like, the rest of the world is the rebellion. I'm like, what? So pretty much what that means is the Shadow of the Nine Fists and the Hacho, the weapons, execution weapons, are Germany? That's what it sounds like. Listen, it sounds like they're ready to nuke people and say, we're conquering over the world. That's what it sounds like. And I was like, what? Holy shit, like, where did this come from? But overall, good chapter. Half of it was just like, whoa. Once he said that, I was like, goddamn, what's going on here? There's no one who is going to stop them. There's nobody who can stop them. Tell me what you guys think in comments below, because I'm still really blown away by this. Who is there? Okay, you got Sakaki, Apachai, Kisame. Yeah, those three. Okay. And Kensei. That's it. 4 masters against all of them? And because you don't have Shigure, and you don't have Ayato. It's like, I'm totally blown away by Kenichi right now. I have no idea what's gonna happen next. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I need to go somewhere and just the next week if they come up chapter next week and God knows what happens now because it sounds like a what the fuck. You know, it's like it's come on. This is ridiculous. There's no like I said, it seems so crazy right now with Kenichi. It seems like and you know what? I'm putting him on the list. Saiga, worst father. Yeah. He's a horrible father. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. He's a horrible father. He's on the same list with Gendo Ikari, with Ishin. Maybe not. I won't put me. I won't put Minato on that list. But he's on the list with Gendo Ikari. I'm sorry. He's basically causing World War III. To conquer the world. Like, huh? I'm like, I'll read this again and I'll end this video. Last thoughts to think about, people. Last thoughts. Shigure's brother is telling her, eventually, the side currently called the Resistance will be recognized as the rest of the world. Join our side, Shigure? It blew me away when I saw that. I was like, huh? That's going to be a thumbnail, definitely. But, yeah, that's the story, people. I'm Bankai Night 22. I have no thoughts about this. This is ridiculous. It's dire straits. Dire straits. And that's all I got for you guys. This will probably be uploaded later today, along with One Piece. Pretty good. You know, there's only like about Maggie, and then it's probably just be Maggie and something else since it comes out. So yeah, that's the story, people. I'm Bankai Night 22, and I will see you guys later. Peace. The end of the world. And Kenichi. I'm telling you guys. See ya.